guess this could be for the gray man or gray woman, right? The Mary Kay. I'll have a link below if any of you want this bag, so you can design your own type of bug out type thing. But this is kind of neat because you could set this in the back of your car and someone just sees Mary Kay and they're like, you know, well, they travel a lot and they keep a lot of makeup or something, right? You never know. Okay, so for the gray women out there, that would be a great idea for you. For men that just want to goof off or save a buck. Anyway, so I put this together. It makes you wonder what Victoria's real secret is, right? All right, so I put this together and I'm just going to take you through it. You can design the same thing yourself. All right, let's go ahead. It's kind of the layout here. See, how do I want to do this? All right, so you got a hanger. You can hang this up on a tree, right? And so you have that. Neat option to these little pouches is they rip off just like that. And I've applied glow-in-the-dark tape to the top of these, so in case they're spaced out around the area that I'm striving and surviving, right? So the area that I'm camped or whatever, and I kind of lose sight of these, I need to find one, then I'll be able to see these. And if I want to hide them, you just peel it off if you need to disguise yourself. So it's no big deal. But each one of these peel off just the same. And we'll go through each one of these and check them out. All right, first off, let's get to this one because I'm sure everybody wants to see. Let's just slide this over a bit. Now, this was, it was an Orion flare gun project that I told you guys about several months ago. And I've been kind of secretly on the side putting this thing together and showing some patrons this sort of deal that I'm doing. Now, I know there's a lot of skepticism, and there's even videos of hippies out there that have these, they show you cannot shoot a 12 gauge out of one of these, although it is gauged in 12 gauge. Why they did that, I don't know, but that's what the inside looks like. And then you have this stainless steel plate back here. Now, real easy to fire. You just simply cock it, pull the trigger, right? Real simple. Now, what they did develop over the years was crazy stuff. And I got to looking up some reload. I'm friends with a lot of reloaders in the reloading community. And everyone that knows me or kept up with the channel knows I used to have a reloading channel. And I could show you I could show folks how to dub down rock salt. So what I did here, if you look here, that's my 22 LR adapter that works in here. I've shown that before. I'm not going to show it today. I showed the folks on Patreon that it's pretty sick. By sick, I mean cool. All right, so these are your flares. You notice the look of these. Now flares, they don't hit hard. They kind of poke. And it's just signaling. It's just let folks know that hey, here I am. So if you was to try and get in a fight with one of these, it ain't going to do well for you. It's going to bounce off the victim or defense, right? It doesn't matter whoever's trying to play with these things, but they slide right down in there like that, and that's how they look. And you can see this narrowing here, and there's a space here, so you can't load 12 gauge shells into it anyway, but you can if you're a reloader. So if you're a reloader like myself, I do what's called the roll crimp. And the roll crimp, this is an active shell. You can see it looks identical to the rest of these, right? Just a little slight differences with some beads there. Same thing. This is if you can look in there, let me see if you guys can see all right. You can look in there. That's rock salt, right? I do clear overshot wads. What's it called? Overshot cards, as you work. Anyway, active shell, right? Active shell. There you go. Goes right in there. Boom. Just like that, right? And with the active shell, let me get this right here. They're kind of hard to get your finger in there because they kind of sits flush. So I just take another shell and just kind of pop it up so I can grab it. Anyway, that's active shell. Now you dub these down. Rock salt's a painful thing to hit somebody with. So it's just for protection. You can't, they're not non-lethal, right? It's non-lethal. So you can't do anything with that. But The 22 simply for hunting. Like if you're in a survival situation, you need food, you could utilize it for hunting or self-defense, I guess, if you had to. But anyways, that's that. And I did CCI quiet. You can't shoot. I do not if you're. It's just like those. I think they're Polish. The Polish flare guns. If you got one of the Polish flare guns, you can go a little bit higher up in your blast. But for something that's plastic-ish and it's got just little pieces of metal, then you can only do 22 LR in the CCI quiet, which is really dubbed down. It's like shooting a BB gun. Okay, so it's not like anything crazy outrageous, but a lot of folks just like the ideas because sharing is caring, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I did tighten survival cord down here at the bottom. I did not like the hole that it left. But, oh yeah, legal terms of these things, you cannot sell, and if you put this with this, you cannot hand it over to anyone. You can sell the flare gun by itself to somebody. You cannot sell that adapter to someone. There's a lot of legal stuff that goes with it, and it all goes into weapon craziness and stuff. I don't want to get into the details of it because it's kind of hard to explain. But anyways, so there's that. All right, so what should I do next? Let's do this one here. Then we'll do the first aid. Let's just dump this guy out. A lot of folks like to know these things. This is pretty interesting over here. All right, so in a survival scenario, there's this is the Pocket Boy, the silky saw. These are really nice. And I got fat rope. You can see that. Fat rope's nice. It's just a rope, and it's slathered in wax and crazy fire craziness, but it looks just like a rope. With this, I've got matches. There's matches, and then there's the magnesium fire capsules, which are amazing. I totally tell everybody to buy those things because they're great. And just some cotton. Another little cool kit. I added this just to add it. A friend sent this to me, a subscriber and friend sent this in, and I thought this was the coolest invention ever, man. I made something for him in return, and I just thought this was the coolest thing ever. He did a little magnifying glass. Thought about doing a little case for it. This is great for fire starting. You ever seen Lord of the Flies? They all fought for the pair of glasses. But this is a little magnifying glass. Here, I'll just set that down. I'll put that together in a minute. All right, and this is just an extra ferrule rod. Pretty nice little ferrule rod. And then down in here, these are great for blowing your fire to get it started. And they're just like this. You have a hollow point. This is the end that you blow in right here. And you put this into your fire, and it's super cold heat, super cold air hits and gets that fire really going. And it's good if you got wet firewood. But these things are great. I did a little video on these things a while back. I still have to remind folks that they're cool. In the event that I have a lot of trouble and dry stuff, like this stuff isn't working for me, it's windy or something's crazy, I like to keep like a utility flame or something like that on hand. It's just a great item. It's gel, and this is a small compact package that I can fit in here, so I went with this. But utility flame works really good if you're in a situation where you really got to get a fire going, right? And I've got there's a sharpener, there's a multi-tool, and there's a survival saw. And then here I went with this. Another friend gave me this. Another friend and subscriber. All right, here we go. And this one's already got this Mora already has the 90 degree. I went ahead and it's real easy. You just file. You take yourself a file and get yourself a good 90 degree on the back side of this thing. And it's come from, I believe, Cross Blessed Outdoors is the channel. All right, and it also has a website. I try to help them out when I can. Sometimes, I get to talking and it slips. You know what I mean? All right, so there's this is a bicycle inner tube, duct tape. Bicycle inner tube protects my mini Bic lighter. I made myself. And this is magnesium and a ferrule rod in one. Ferrule rod's kind of tiny, so I went ahead and put this guy in there as well. I thought that'd be kind of useful. And then you can't leave out just having a regular Bic lighter. And I had to do the T-Rex riding the scooter in the moonlight, but that's another friend sent that in. All right. Let me pack this in here and we'll get to the next one. All right, let's get to the next one here. I'll do the medical kit last. All right, in here, it's kind of a variety of stuff. And then I'll get to some stuff over here I kind of had spares of, and I put over here in this one. That's why I want to start this one first. All right, so we got a Hydra Blue water filter. And these things are super cool. It's just a pen, and you can clip it to something. And it's not just that it's, you know, you got your straw right here. But it's not just that it's neat because it's a pen, but it may, I mean, not only does it clean the water, and you can go through gallons. This will last you through gallons of water. Not only all of that, but it makes the water taste better. that's the other cool factor of this. It makes the water taste better. I always kind of like Hydra Blue stuff. I don't like that blue water bottle that they make because it leaks a lot. That's the only problem with it. It's cool, but it leaks a lot. All right, that's the downside of it. You don't ever hear anybody say, man, it leaks a lot. It does, it leaks a lot. This is just a bandana that is used for filtering water, put on your head, whatever. Bandanas are cool. I love having a bandana, plus it's orange. You can rip that off, use it as markers, you know, mark your trail, help getting found if you need to get found, and then some jute. You're gonna have some jute. The paracord bracelet that I just finished, I did a video on. Full survival bracelet, practical bracelet. It actually works. You can just grab one end of it, yank it, and it all unwinds. So all that Titan survival cord at your fingertips. You just rip it out and let it go. Of course, it's also Olight. There's a video of this. It's a really cool thing. I thought this was neat. Wife got this for me for Christmas. I threw it in here. Threw it in here. Why not? The atomic lighter, everyone. Anyway, but it's got an on and off switch. Sorry. And rechargeable on and off switch too. But anyways, the atomic lighter, everyone. Can you see it okay? There you go. Anyway, it lights stuff up. All right. I know I'm goofy. All right. A disposable blanket to a towel, a towel blanket. Anyways, a towel. I thought that was cool. Add water. Just add water. Sewing kit. Full sewing kit. Plenty of needles. Gotta have one of those. All right. Over here, I have also have an adapter for a Type C, and this is the adapter for the regular micro, and this is for the micro as well. It's for another device, and this will also go to charge this if I need to, or charge other little lights. This is my solar powered light that I have a couple of these actually, and I have one in another bag, and you've probably seen one before, but they're one of my favorites. This is really cool, and I want to talk about this in just a minute, but I got everything for hunting and fishing in here. But this is cool, okay? You guys might have seen like the Bear Bowls, okay? You guys ever seen Bear Bowl? All right, Bear Bowl, this company had this material, and they made the bowl out of this material. And Cool Hand Luke sent this in, and I just want to share this with you guys because I learned a cool trick. You can take this, and if you take a stick and you split it, and you cinch down the stick, you can pinch, okay? Just like a clothespin. All right, you ever seen a clothespin, right? But you take this, and you clothespin it up, just like this. Well, you would do it like, as you were. You would do it like this, okay? All the way around, and you do all four corners, okay? And this can be set over a fire, and it won't burn. This can be set over any cook system. You can turn this into a bowl. You can turn it into a box or whatever you want to do with it. But you can cook with this and it will hold water. It's the craziest material on the planet. If you're looking for where it is sold, I have seen this sold at CVS and Walgreens in those, believe it or not, crazy TV infomercial stuff. But I can't remember exactly what it's called because I've had it wrapped up. But you can use this to cook. You can put it on your grill. You can put it inside your oven or whatever you need to do with it. But the cool factor is that you can transform it into a survival bowl and cook with it. So you don't need to have a big metal, huge container, right? Anyway, Eating tool, man. The CRKT. Who doesn't have one of these, right? You got to have an eating tool. All right, these are cold steel, just in case I have to make a bow. Let me pull some of this stuff out here. Pull this stuff out. There we go. All right, should have 4 of these in here. I stuffed 4 in there. There it is. All right, these are cold steel. They're made of some type of really tough plastic or something, but they're super duper sharp, and they're arrowheads. And I'm putting these in here in case I have to makeshift arrows or makeshift a bow. And if I have to makeshift a bow, I also supplied the cordage for that. There's the cordage for the bowstring. I got 3 of these. Since we have so many family members, I folded up 3 of these to put in here. And there's the 3rd one. There we go. All right. Now, one more item on my list here. Gator clips. These are the coolest thing ever. Why? Because I actually tested them. That's why. I hung these things up and I let them burn for months. I mean, the one that I have hanging up is still on and it's still lit. It's still glowing. It will burn for months. It'll just stay lit for months. It's crazy. It hardly takes any electricity to operate those little LEDs, and it'll burn for months. So it is a good item to have. They're magnetic and they have clips, so that's pretty useful. I took the clip off one because I was saving room. Nail clippers. I meant to add this to the medical kit. I don't know why. It's just chilling here. But who in their right mind doesn't? Man, nail clippers, man. What if you're gone for a long time? You ain't never coming back. Right? You want to clip them nails. All right. Coffee filters. Tons of them in here. These are used for filtering water. Water purification. Also have, that's also a spare bag if you need for water. This is your Kadan. Kadan makes great products. This is their water purification tablets. So that's also in there as well. I went with the Go Prepared Survival Military Speed Hooks. And this is for the fishing kit. I did a video on that as well. And they have a website. Check them out. But this, I actually showed this being used. And I've actually caught fish with this rig on their bait. Works. Okay? Trust me. Alright. Next up. This is just a little tactile light I think I got a while back. I can't remember. This will mount to a weapon. It's a weapon light. You can use it on that thing if you need to. But it has red. And I thought that was cool. And it also, if you hold it down, it goes to white. So it's just a cool option to have. And then this can go with the perimeter alarm. I do perimeter alarms. Someone asked me about mouse traps. I use mouse traps for perimeter alarms, and I use mouse traps as makeshift claymores. So I do a lot of weird stuff like that. I don't show all of it. I'll start showing a lot more. I know I have a video on claymores and mouse traps, so it's out there. All right, let me throw this in. Let's do this. All right, now this kit. Last one. All right. Did a little cross on there. Thought that'd be kind of cool. A little red cross. Got some gauze pads. Sippy has all kinds of stuff from antibiotics to suturing to saline. She has all kinds. She got saline bags, all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Alcohol prep pads. I went with a suturing. I'm glad Sippy showed me how to suture, because that's a really good thing to know how to do. I went ahead and threw some food in here because it needed to go in here. I had nowhere else to put it. I wasn't going to put it over in the other section, but I know a lot of people like pemmican, whatever, you know, make your own stuff, but this is the same thing. This stuff will last forever and really doesn't have an expiration to it. Honestly, but the thing that's cool about these, they're made by Native Americans. It's cool stuff, and it tastes really good. It's delicious, actually. It's like beef jerky. All right, that's buffalo. Anyway, a couple of protein snacks. Just throwing it in there just in case I, have a little trouble catching some food. There's Tylenol, ibuprofen, and some caffeine tablets to keep me up in that one. And I got some super glue here. It's just super glue, just in case I need some super glue. There's this is a super permanent marker, which is really useful. I don't like this type of tourniquet, but it does it. If you take it down a notch, you could use it on a child if you need to. That's the only reason why I have that tourniquet in there. And chapstick, because you need chapstick. Tweezers, because you need tweezers. I need to wrap that back up. I don't want that causing a problem anyway. It probably will anyways, whatever. I hate those things where they pop open like that. A brand new razor blade set. And I also have, this is a razor knife. And then I have the razor knife blades, extra blades in here. All the same size, and I have electrical tape. Whole thing of electrical tape there. It's a space blanket. Wrap yourself up, keep you warm. Hope you can still see what I'm dropping here. There you go. Yeah, you can still see. Okay. Gotta have some medical shears. Put those over here. Full medical kit. Got your tape and bandages and boo-boo stuff and your little removable sutures and everything. So whole craziness right there. And another little crazy pack kit. This is the quick grab in case I just need bandages or something. Just a quick band-aid. I can grab this one here. And then also as well, more. These are the larger ones, and these are the butterfly. These are half actually. Yeah, these are the absorbable hydro. They're called hydro bandages. They're really weird, and they're pricey, but you can leave them on, and they have all the stuff to help heal the wound. And I like them because I can. They're flexible. If you put them on a joint or something, they still bend and move. So they're good to have for if you're out in the sticks. Anyway, got some gauze wrap. Got plenty of that. Raincoat. Gotta have raincoat. And a towelette. Toilet paper. And this is bandage, liquid bandage. And liquid bandage works really good. If you got some unusual cut, it's aggravating. You can't get to it. You can't put a bandage on it. Liquid bandage works great for that. So I went ahead and put it in here. I know somebody in the community will probably recommend a whole lot more. That's perfectly fine. I love the recommendations. All right, so the way this works, you see this triangle shape? They just connect just like this. Let me bring this over. And city limits, I don't recommend that. Anyway, so this just kind of bends like this to the triangles. It kind of goes with the bag, just like that. It comes together, just like a little bunch of triangle squares. And then you just bring it down and give it a cinch, just like that. And then you're left with that. These little triangles all connect together. Pretty neat little bag, huh? Anyways, you kind of adjust it. But see, if you had something like that sitting in the trunk of your car, no one would have a clue. And then you can also do a cool little trick with these guys. I went ahead and put these on here. You can clip these to your belt. You guys can see me okay. Now you want to do this like Marine Corps drill instructor style, right? So you got straps. Sorry about the lighting. You got straps. You just put straps on it, right? And you'll take something like this and just kind of bring it in like this. Bring it over your head until this is around your waist. And when it's around your waist, you might have to loosen it up some. Just like that. You gotta adjust. All right, here we go. And this will go right on your back. You'll have to make adjustments so it fits right, but it'll fit right on your back. And now this way, you can walk, you can hump, you can fist fight, and you still got that back there, and it's not bugging anybody. Then if you need it, hey, you got friends? They can be behind you. Hang on, man. Let me open that thing up. Let me get this thing out. I need that chapstick, bro. All right. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. God bless you guys. Take care.